Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. Like, my whole day was like fucked with today. I'm not impressed. That's why we're live. Gotta figure out what the hell happened today with this ice storm. Okay, if the ice storm hits you, the way that I saw it was like so many innocent bystanders around you got hit with no power because they were just coming to take yours. So they fucking power outaged like thousands of homes just to try to take your power. And it's like, they have all of that to pay for now. Like, they got to pay for all of that karma they did. So, fucking idiots. Good luck for that karma. All right, take a resonate, see what doesn't. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I want to know what happened this morning. Wow, this is fucked. Okay. So we have assumption with Scarecrow, good distractions, yes, and then witchcraft. So I feel like somebody assumed that they could scare you, pretty easily, like scare you out of the house. Like, I have animals here. I have reptiles and shit. Like, my power goes out. I can't just leave. Like, I feel responsible for all of them, right? So it's like, I don't know. And like somebody I knew, their apartment flooded. Like, soon as he left his girlfriend's house, his apartment flooded. Like, it's something is happening, okay? And it's a lot of people who assume they can scare you into giving something up for them. So then they distract you with something. So then they try to get their little evil plan to work in the background. Okay, but luckily for me, I mean, snakes are cold-blooded. My fish is cold-blooded. Everybody was fine. It was me that was fucking cold all day, not them. Okay? So you were invited, okay, to be a witness to this scare tactic. Like, they very much tried to scare you. Okay, whether it was this morning or whether it was, through something else recently, coming to some type of realization of what somebody's doing to you, okay, and how much they're distracted by assuming that they can scare you, assuming that there's scare tactics that they can use, assuming that you're going to stay weak forever, assuming their witchcraft is always going to work. I mean, they are the ones making so many assumptions. And I mean, like, it's a confident thing to make assumptions, because it is good to assume that, like, you're doing the right thing and you're making the right moves, but to assume what other people are doing and, like, then to be, like, judgmental about it or to drive you forward by thinking that you know what somebody else is thinking so well, it's like, you really got to be careful how cocky you are with other people. Okay, because I mean, they can tear a strip off your ass because you think that you know exactly what somebody's thinking, and you go and you push them off the edge because you say they want to fly. Nah, bitch, they don't have wings. They never said they wanted to fly. You said they wanted to fly, right? But people, they hear a lot of things. Like, I mean, majority of the people around you are schizophrenic. Like, majority of the people, I know they're not diagnosed and blah blah blah. They hear things. They hear fucked up things in their head. Okay, and they're never gonna admit it. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they will flat out say like, that's not what I heard, or that's like you'll say something and then you'll see something in their face like what did you just say to yourself? It's like that. It's like they're hearing something. Okay, and it's so funny. They like if people were that malicious, it's almost it's like, why would somebody all of a sudden want to go against you or attack you or suddenly not like you when everything was going fine, But like when we allow third-party interferences to come in and we're having a perfectly logical conversation with somebody, or we have a perfectly understandable relationship with somebody, and then we allow third-party to get in there somehow, then that's us not being confident in what we're doing. Because if we were, I mean, if you heard a rumor about somebody, okay, and you were like, you were their friend, okay, what would you do with that rumor? I mean, you would go and tell them, like, hey, I heard this about you. Like, is it true? Right? If you don't care about people, then you could hear things about them and just keep the line open and just keep telling everybody, right? It's one of those things. It's like some people, if they really truly love you and care about you, then they will take whatever this person assumes that they can do, and they'll come and tell you to be like, hey, by the way, like, I don't really think this is true, but this person seems very nicely distracted by telling people how much they scare you or how much they intimidate you, right? It's like people love to talk shit and they love to talk about what they're doing to people, like they do. They like bragging. People like to brag. Even if it's in vain, they still want to brag. They still want to tell you what they did, Look at that. The girl and the ghost beside her, I'm telling you, like they hear things by the ghost beside them. Okay, like it's really sad because, ooh, look at that. Eyeglasses in reverse. Okay, and then we got cemetery gates in reverse. What up, Pam? Okay, and that's like in limbo. I mean, so this person, whoever this person is listening to, okay, it's like they think they're listening to the angel on their shoulder and really they're listening to the demon on their back. Okay, like honestly, I feel like that's what it is. It's one of those things, like you think that you're listening to something, but like if it was a nice friendly ghost or a nice friendly person, they wouldn't tell you to do things to hurt people, right? Maybe to expose them, but not to hurt. Spirit wouldn't tell you to hurt somebody, but a demon would. Okay, like a fallen angel might say like, hey, that guy's leaning over the edge, why don't you give him a little tap? They're always gonna push you to make bad decisions, so then you will make the right decision because you're a human and like what they're saying. Like you can read energy, what's fake and what's real and what's safe and what's unsafe. This person listening to the thing on their shoulder has really gotten them in a lot of trouble. Because it's something that it might not have even died. It might not have ever had a soul. Okay. And this person doesn't see it properly. They're just distracted by this voice in their head telling them, inviting them to do these things. That is possession. That is possession. This person is officially like possessed by the spirit beside them. It's just not oppression because they haven't taken over private property. They haven't taken over the private property yet, but it doesn't mean that they're not fishing to take over. It's like Annabelle. You know that story of Annabelle? And they say, well, we thought she was a nice, friendly child who just wanted to, hang out with us and bond with us. No. If it was a friendly soul, you have to remember souls, they cannot like push energy or hurt you in any way or draw on the wall. Spirit has to show you signs because they physically have no ability to do it any other way because it's like a vapor. Okay, they're like a vapor. If this is what they're talking about is like a poltergeist. Oh my God, let's see if poltergeist comes out. What they're talking about is like an evil entity that it's not a soul, it's an entity. That's not a soul. That's no. An entity can inhabit somebody as well if they know what they're fucking doing. Children of the night with friendship. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so this thing could have befriended this person as a child. Okay, started talking to them very young, acts like their best friend, acts like their homie. You know, I've got your back. Okay, this was a horrible choice to let this thing in. Okay, this thing is a very demonic presence. It's not moving this person anywhere. It's a horrible choice. Like this person is massively fucked up because of this thing that they're listening to. Okay, so they claim to be friendship. Okay, they claim to be they could claim to be hierarchy in some way, like they claim to be a god or something like that, or they speak very mighty, or they speak very old, something like that. Now I'm getting what's that other one? Fucking I have it. Paranormal Activity. You know, number 3 with the little girl. The little girl's talking to the demon, right? And he's like, he wants to marry me. It's like, yeah, bitch, he does want to fucking marry your little soul. Of course he does. There's, okay, dance and face. This thing is not wearing the right face, okay? It's appearing like it's very divine, and it's like it's gonna make you work until you die, okay? This demon, the way it comes out in this person is it overworks them. Okay, it works them to the bone, makes them, you know, this person could be up all night. Okay, look at twins on the bottom. I mean, I really think this person could have a twin in real life, okay? And I don't know what it is about twins, but twins, I don't know if twins share a soul. There's the Blair Witch Project. Combination, The Fly. I don't know the thing with twins, you know? Like, I have twins in my family, and, like, they're pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty cool little boys, but, like, I don't know, man. There's still like something a little fucking wrong with them. And I haven't seen them now. Like my family has like physically kept them away from me for I think like maybe 10 years now. I haven't seen them. And it really sucks because I would love to know like who they are now. They were so alike. They were so, oh man, these kids, like they wouldn't come out of their room, very, very like just behind the computer, you know, like they would like, twins, the thing is with twins, like because of the whole soul thing, if they actually share a womb, twins, if they're like really reserved and held back, they might not technically have a soul all the time. The soul might have to jump between bodies until the one, you know, one of them grows a soul on their own or something, or and have, you know, picks up another soul or something. Like that would be really fucking weird. I almost feel like it could be sharing you and another person, this demon, like whoever you're really closest to. It's combined with people. It's gotten into people. It knows how to get into people. And then I swear to God, you'll see it in the person's face. It'll come through the person's face, which demons are known to do. They will come out of people. They can't help it. They want to show how almighty they are and how tough they are, and like they can break things and they can do things. They're demons. They're so powerful. It's so weak. But like, you know, Collective gets trapped up in it like big time. Okay. So we got a like grief celebration. Oh geez. Okay, so I kind of feel like if this is happening to you, or this is happening, if you're kind of feeling like this is somebody around you that has just really never been able to read the energy with you correctly. Okay, this person constantly intimidates you. They constantly hold something over you. They think they control you. They think everything they say is exactly what you're to do. You have absolutely no private property to them. They own you. Okay, that is this demon giving them privilege. Okay, they feel like they are privileged by being able to control you. Okay, so you're gonna know this. The thing is that they're trying to get into you. Okay, this demon's trying to get into you now. I almost feel like they could have jumped through your whole family, and it's like they feel like they're just allowed to do whatever they want. They can just jump inside of you. It's like Fallen, like there is no reservation anymore with this thing. Their entitlement has gone too far now, because so many people are so open and not realizing that their door and soul is just wide open, and they're just letting everything in because they don't understand how many things are floating around them looking for targets like them. Okay. So somebody's going to have, like, I feel like you already kind of are suspicious of this person from day one. Okay. Kind of calling them out. Like they take over people. They suddenly can change people. They can suddenly turn into other people. It's very obvious with somebody who this person is. Okay, it's like you can kind of call it out as soon as you see it. All right. This thing is going to go away. Whatever this thing is, because it's not going to be able to get into you. Okay, once it's played its course with everybody, it's going to leave. Okay, because I think it's been around for a long time. So it's probably getting bored with fucking with everybody now, because everybody is so, it's almost like people become like, what do they call that? They become like easy to read, like, okay, I already knew that. Well, I already knew you're going to do this. I already knew you're going to do that. Like people, they like to just keep playing the same cards all the time. And once you get to know their cards, you're like, all right, here it comes. Now they're going to freak out because now I'm not listening to them. Watch. It's like, it's clockwork, constantly clockwork. They show you the same person they are every single time, but it's shining through multiple people's faces. Okay. It's the same demon coming through, and like all these people are so like, they're like smitey about it. Like they're like, yeah, I fucking told you to eat shit that day and fuck you, when it was not them who did it, is this demon. So these people are kind of like getting off on what this demon has made them say to you and feel about you and stuff. And it's like, it's using them. That's what people don't understand. Is like, they don't understand how many times they actually get used by an outside source, right? And made to look like an idiot, made to cheat on their husbands right in front of their best friend, made to go and do something that's going to humiliate them and ruin their life, right? Because a demon, like, you think they're your best friend, or you think they're working with you, and really, like, they don't give a fuck about you. They're really trying to see what you will do and where you'll draw the line, right? It's like, I don't know why all of a sudden people feel like if it's a demon, it's cool, or if it's a demonic spirit, it's cool. Let this demonic spirit come out and go and fuck with everybody. Like, I mean, that's not cool. That's like let's see what it'll do. Like, let's wreak havoc on a bunch of innocent people just to see what it'll do. Like, it's like those people that do that shit, they're disturbed. Like, very highly disturbed. And those ones are the sociopaths. Like, I mean, they feel nothing. So they fuck with people to see how they feel, to see what they'll do. And then they'll shut you right up with your feelings, because they're so robotic that they'll be like, don't cry. You idiot, you moron. How dumb are you? You're going to cry in front of me. I don't care about your tears. And then you'll stop crying, right? Because now you think that, like, because they're, making fun of you. Like sociopaths know what they're doing, and then they fuck with other people along the way because they have no feelings. That's the thing. Like, you can't say you're a sociopath and then have a bunch of feelings, because that's not how they work. They literally can't have feelings. It's not right. They can feel things in the moment, absolutely, but it's not something that is heartfelt that they take with them everywhere they go. They just want to feel things in the moment. And usually, actually, they kind of really want to be numb. They want to numb everything. They don't really want to feel too much, because if they feel too much, then they'll be alive. They don't want to be alive. A lot of these people, if they turn off their feelings, they're telling people, I don't want to feel, therefore I don't want to be alive, because that's what you are. You're feeling while you're alive. You can feel everything. The temperature, you can feel your hunger, you can feel your feelings, you can feel your hair, you can feel your skin, you can feel everything. So for them to say, I don't know how to feel, it's programmed in them to believe something, so then they can somehow control the narrative around them. It's really, when it comes down to it, all about control. And it's like, I don't know how many readings I've done where it's just like, all right, this is control, someone's controlling you. It's just another case of I have to control, and it doesn't matter how I do it, if it's through a dog, or if it's through a child, or if it's through my parent, or if it's through my daughter, I have to control, right? It's constant while they are acting out of control. I mean, the irony of that, I want to control, I want to control. You are out of control by saying you want to control everybody. Because that's out of control. Like that's like out of this world. That's unspeakable. That's stupid. Why would you ever want to control people? That's what is so scary, is the amount of people that do want to control, right? It's like, what happened to you as a child? Like what? Like people who have zoos lock things up, don't ever let them out, stare at them all day from the glass, like, hey, buddy, knocking, look at, there's my pet, in jail like usual. Like what did everybody do to get in this person's radar? Right? I mean, did you just wake up on the right side of the bed doing the right thing and they went and threw you in fucking jail for no reason so that they can stare and poke at you because you're venomous? Why did they get you? Are you dangerous? Why do they have you? I don't understand these things. Okay. Sometimes we get things, to take care of them. Sometimes there are rescues. Nobody else is going to take them. Where are they going to go? You can't release them. It's, not their inhabitant at all. It's not where they come from. I mean, we sometimes end up having to take care of things that have been so abused that they've been taken out of their own homes and, sold across the world. Like, how much does that suck? Right? It's like human trafficking gone wild, but with animals and birds and cars and, things that should have just stayed there. But somehow, like that's, I'll never take a cruise. That's what cruise ships are. They're like a ride around the world for the biggest monsters because they can't fly Delta Air, with 3 kids that they just stole. Okay, no, they have to ride the Vikings tour. Okay, they have to ride the Disney tour to get their kids from one point of the world to another. Like, please realize what you're doing just to have fun. And spend thousands of dollars to help orchestrate the biggest scam in the world, how to get kids from one side of the world to the other while having everybody else pay for it and saying they're on a vacation. Okay? I mean, the world wants to fuck everybody. Okay? So please, when you can be a nice person, just be one. If you want to take a trip, I don't know, stay in your own fucking country. Drive around. Pick a tour that you actually know the owner of the place. Like be a part of your society, not everybody else's society. Why do we have to pay and go out of country and give all this money to other people? Why not give it to the ones that are busting their ass in your own country trying to make a fucking living, right? I'm just saying, this is what Spirit has to say today, okay? I don't know. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I mean, I kind of get it. I do agree with it. But, I mean, I would still go outside of the country because I'm an asshole. But I don't really care, okay? So it's like whatever these people are doing, maybe these people are gallivanting around. Maybe they're acting like there's no consequences, with Pet Sematary in reverse. Maybe they think that they can just kill everything off and it'll just come back to them because they've got a credit card or they have a house that will, sustain another trip and they've got equity so they can take another vacation. And it's like, yeah, okay, sure. You can, blow all your money, but just realize that there is a possibility that you're being used. And all that money that they're telling you to go and spend right now, instead of just sit down and relax, is a scam. It's a joke. You're not supposed to do it. But people will risk all their money in their bank accounts, right? All their vacation days to go on, one fucking vacation or one trip around the world that they get robbed or fucking, it doesn't matter anyways. I don't know. People made horrible choices around you, okay? And we lost power today because of it. That's all Spirit could say. People made some of the worst decisions that somehow you were involved in. And we lost power today. If you lost power today, that's why. Because of people around you, okay? They want to take everything from you and then scare you. Like, they wanted to scare us out of the house immediately and go to a hotel. And I'm like, The power was on like 4 or 5 hours later, maybe 6. I don't know. I was like, hotel. Why would I just run to a hotel? It's 7 a.m. Like, I'm not going anywhere. Right. But the flight, you lose your power, you lose shit, you run out, you panic, you don't know what's going to happen. Right. All part of this thing trying to control you, this thing trying to scare you, trying to get you to do things. Right. And this person around you has been massively schizophrenic your whole life. Okay. And listening to an energy that was. What did you want to say there? It was like basically like playing you for a fool. Like they were playing this person for a fool. And they thought like it was their head and their hatred towards you. And, this thing would always give them a reason to hate you, a reason to get mad at you, a reason to take things out on you. And then when they look back on it now, if this energy is not in them, right? If it's not in them anymore, then the smugness comes from their inability to understand why they did something to you, okay, that hurts you, but they're just going to say you did something to deserve it. As long as they can say you deserve it, then they feel like they're off the hook. All right. Hello, everybody in the chat, 2637. I have not said a goddamn word to you guys because Spirit has been speaking through my lipskis this whole time, and I couldn't really get a word out. So what up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Yeah. I got a tuna casserole in the oven. I'm going to channel for 75 minutes until my casserole is done, and then I'm leaving. It's a brutal energy today. Like, all right, I'm going to do this one. All right, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If your power didn't go out, this might not resonate with you. But at the same time, I have no fucking idea how it resonates for people. I told my sister this one time, I did a live that, it's not for you. She watched the whole thing and she was like, yeah, that was a lot for me. And I'm like, who would have known? I don't know. I don't know these. I don't know who these readings are for. Okay. And we have Thief in reverse with Ace of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and Justice upright. Cold in reverse. Like, man, I was just talking about how cold I was. Okay. I did have like a half an hour shower to warm up. My feet are still cold right now. When do I ever have a sweater on when I channel? Never is the answer to that. Oh man, I'm starting to get tattoo ink all over my shit and it's going all over my cards. Oh no. I'm gonna have to clean this. I got ink everywhere, all over me today because my cap wasn't closed. Oh God, ink is the worst. Sorry. Anyways, I just have it all over my hands. Okay. Gaslight, cold, witness, loser. Okay, so quick message. This is what I'm getting. I feel like somebody has taken something from you. Okay. Thing is that somebody saw them take something from you. Somebody knows that they took something from you. Maybe that's what it is. They know that they took something from you. It's not they saw them take something. They know they took something. Okay. And it's something that they lied about. Obviously, it's Ace of Swords in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, 2 aces. They stole, like, that is two beginnings for you. I don't know what it would have been that they took. I mean, maybe they took 2 things. Okay. And then with this gaslight, they told people you weren't around, that you had frozen them out. Okay. That you were an asshole to them, that they, you were just kind of like sorry loser, like you wouldn't take something and like you sore loser. Is that what they say? Sore loser. Maybe they were saying that. Okay. But like you were acting a certain way because you knew that they stole from you subconsciously. You knew, like, it's almost like justice told you right away. By the way, these people have taken something from you. And I don't know if you like just got mad at them at this exact same time. I mean, spirit works in mysterious ways. Okay. Like somebody does something to you. They could across the globe, all of a sudden a complete stranger can, fuck with them for the whole day just by them doing something to you. I don't think this person is necessarily like around you, but I feel like, okay, so a little bit on the bottom of the deck. Murder in reverse, accidents, corpse, hate, weeping willow, monster, and yes. We got 2 yeses in this reading, okay? So, like, I don't lie. The power went out for a reason on people today, okay? It's in fucking stone. It's in the air, okay? It's just there. Either makes sense or it doesn't, okay? So, this person has been, whoever this person is, Spirit has been unable to end this, okay? So, like, I don't know if they're going to bring this third party forward or if they know the third party's not saying anything. They know that they're not telling people that you were completely gaslighted from this, that they just act like you're the asshole and that you chose this and you walked away, but really they walked away. They cut you out. They did all this shit. And they're saying because you're the only one that's not there, obviously they're saying they can speak for you. And these people are only getting one side. They're only getting this people's side. You were forced out. You were told to go. There was nowhere for you to be. Okay. So to say the opposite is like, fuck you. This Brady Bunch needs to be broken up. Okay. So somebody dies. Okay. Something ends because they won't end it themselves. So it's almost like if these people are keeping money or something away from you, doing something like that, then, I mean, if it's a couple, one of them might die or both of them might die, right? In order to get this to you, because they're saying that, I don't know, man, maybe somebody died and they gave, the man in charge of the family all the money and said, didn't do the will thing and said, hey, I need you to distribute this money out. I need you to, give the house to this person. I want you to sell this. I want you to give the money to this. I want you to give the car to this person. And they just like, nope. Once that person died, it was like, see you later. I'm not doing jack shit that you said for me to do. Like, you put me in charge of all this. Well, guess what? I'm going to take it all. It's like, it could be something like that. And the ones around them, like maybe there's brothers and sisters involved or something, but the brothers and sisters have money, right? So they don't really care. Nobody needs anything right now. But the one person it was supposed to go to, it's not getting to, right? So it's like you could be hard up. You could actually need this. There could be a car in this situation for you, or a house in this situation for you, or a career advancement, or a new check, or anything that could help you. It's an Ace of Cups. Like that's a gift. Like it was a gift. Okay. And somebody put truth on it. Somebody was like, this is to get to this person. And that's why, I'm sorry, people, we have wills for a reason. Don't put that shit in families' hands, because people are greedy as fuck. Okay. And they say they're going to do the right thing. I actually physically worked with somebody who, the dad gave the daughter the right to everything because she apparently, okay, was the one that had, she was married, she had a couple kids, she had her own business. She was a little bit more settled than the brother. So the dad gave her all the money. Guess who she didn't give the money to? Her brother. She kept mass majority. She gave him one little check right at the beginning, $5,000. It was supposed to be like I don't know. I think it was only supposed to be, I think it was actually, I mean, I say only, but $10,000 is a lot of money. And I mean, she gave him one check and then she kept the rest on him. And that was, I mean, this woman owned her own gym. We have this gym in Canada called Good Life. I don't know if you guys have it in the States or not, but it's a pretty big chain in Canada. Like, it's fucking everywhere. And she owned one of those. And it was a big one. Like, I mean, these gyms are big in general. I don't know if there's ever been one that's built small, but they're generally big with like pools and shit in them. And she fucking has one of those. And I mean, okay, I get what the dad did. I get that the dad, you know, I don't know why he just didn't divide it in two. I don't know why he just decided to give the sister everything. But like, just because the family member in the family that has the most money, you know, just because they have the most money, it doesn't mean that they're the most responsible. Maybe they are the ones because it looks like they have so much money. Maybe they're the ones that have the most debt. Do you realize? Like, you know, this guy took my sister out on this date the other night, and he doesn't have like money. I mean, he works and everything, he's fine, but everything is in bills and car payments and shit. So he was like talking about his money and like blah blah blah. When my mom dies, he like bought his mom's house and all this shit, and like he has no money. And he's driving around in a truck that he doesn't own. And he has a house that he hasn't paid for. And he knows that he doesn't physically have money in his account because it's gone to all these other places. So he's trying to talk about how much money he makes at work. And it was like, I mean, really? Like, I mean, come on. I mean, like, come on. I just, some things, it's so obviously in front of you, but people have to, you know, work their way to it. It's just like, I personally don't like buying anything if I can't downright buy it. Okay. Because credit is not your money. And like my stepmother, that's all she used to say. Credit, credit, credit. You need so much credit. You need fucking credit coming out of your ass. I don't know what credit is. I fucking hate it. I like making money. I like paying for something outright. I don't like owing a debt. I don't like leasing. I don't like running a tab. If it's mine, it's fucking mine. I want it. Give it to me. I'm not owing you anything. I don't like to owe. Why owe? You know, but they say you gotta build credit, you gotta do all this shit, whatever. Okay, maybe that's why I live where I fucking do, because like credit means shit to me. Okay, so I do things a little bit differently. Okay, there's nothing wrong with doing things differently. Okay, but to downright buy everything, that means I have to make the money first to get it. Okay, but I'm a hustler. I'll make money to get anything that I want. Okay. But if somebody's, say, holding a check above my head saying that she doesn't work, she doesn't make enough money, she doesn't have any credit, what's she going to do with it? And then so they take it instead because all they have is bills to pay every month. They don't really have any money. They don't really own anything. So they need that money to pay all their bills. Even though they work, they don't own anything in their life. It's all owned by the bank or a loan or payments, right? I don't know why people want to get into so many things that are payments, like payment. I don't know why people want to do that, but it just seems like one more jail sentence, one more contract, one more, here's another way that I can take money from you every week, but it's only a little bit and you're not going to notice. Like all my cars I've owned outright. I never had to have car payments or, you know, even when my stepmother would be like, you should buy a new car, blah, blah, blah. I need to build your credit and all this shit. And I was like, I don't want a new car. It's not that I can't have a new car. I don't want one. Okay. For one, you lose like all the interest off them as soon as you drive off the lot. So many things that go wrong in like the first like 5 years. It's not even funny. New cars are not like my little toy. I wouldn't see like, oh, new cars smell. Like that's not what gets me. I would just go to the place and wash my car myself. You know, like I'm not bitten by all the consumer alerts that most people are. Okay. So I think this person, like, just because somebody looks like they have money, it doesn't mean that they do. Okay. And like to take something away from you, right, just to pay for their debt. I mean, look at this, the big cancer. You know what's weird is that guy I was talking about, that's how his dad died. He went in for a normal routine something, and they opened him up and he was full of tumors, full in his 60s, full of tumors. Okay. And that's how it works sometimes. Like people don't know that they're on their last deathbed. They don't know that something big is going to happen to them. And then they leave people in charge of their stuff instead of taking care of it properly. And like, I know that it sucks that you'd have to go to a lawyer, for your final resting place. But I mean, I don't know how much you really want to trust people around you, because from the looks of it, this person, they were trusted with something that belonged to you and they didn't give it to you. And they probably look like they're a fucking millionaire. They probably look like they're so well off. It's probably nothing to them. Probably went into their account and they didn't even see it. And you're struggling to make ends meet. Or, this might not even happen now. This might have happened, in the past, where at your worst, when you had absolutely nothing or any money, they had everything, keeping everything from you, keeping you shallow, keeping you low, okay? Because of hate. It's like hate rules. We don't like you. You don't do what we do. You're going against us, right? Like, I don't know why people feel like they can do things to you because they just don't like you. Okay, like they're sad that they don't like you. It's just ridiculous, because whatever it is that they're doing, I mean, they completely gaslighted you. They acted as if you were not there anymore, and they had the right to do whatever they wanted. Okay, so obviously with the power going out, they would have came to you for something. So these people are holding something back from you and continually coming into your life to take and to add to this, right? And it's coming out probably through, like, it could come through energy, it could come through money, it could come through people around you attacking you, depleting you. You make all this money and then something breaks and you lose it, right? It seems like the rat wheel, I think they call it, like they're just going round and round and round and round and round. It seems like that's this person's intent with you. Okay, and they don't want to stop it. They want to keep you going like this because for some reason, you're a loser. You're a loser to them. I mean, maybe this is daddy and his big corporation and you didn't want to work for him. Well, then you're a loser. Him and his little friends are going to laugh at you and, while they're stroking their dicks to 14-year-old porn. Okay, but you're the loser because you wanted to go out and do something with yourself. Right? You didn't want to give in to temptation and little girls and fucking money and pussy and fucking now all of a sudden you don't have a life. There's fighting in reverse. Not everybody wants to fight at their job all day. Not everybody wants to have to fight to go into work. Like, I mean, just the traffic alone is like, can want to fucking blow your head off sometimes. Not everybody wants to do that. And they will fight to have that be gone if that's their determination. If they care about themselves, then they will change. And these people, to keep you in such a low foundation and keeping their giant bellies full is really like, I mean, now I'm getting that tiger guy, so how those people, there's like people out in the world that you need to have enclosures at a certain, there's rules, okay, to having pets and stuff. And you can't just break the rule and you can't just be inhumane and you can't just lock animals up and act like an asshole, right? And have a park or make money or something. There's laws and order and these people go around to make sure these animals are treated properly. Things are treated properly. Right. So, I mean, if you can imagine that's the kind of justice that we do get in this world, because I mean, there are a lot of angels, like there's a lot of energy out there. There's a lot of people doing work that you will never see. Right. So, and it has to be because there's so many freaking people here. Look at this third party again in reverse. They do not know that somebody is watching them. Okay. They do not know. Like I said, maybe it's there. Like it could really be to them a confidant, like a brother or a sister or a father or somebody that is listening to them, knowing that they're keeping something from you and gaslighting you, saying it's your fault, that you're making them do this. Like, you won't join the KKK, so you can't have, your money anymore. It's like that. It really is like that. It's like, because whatever it is that they're a part of, it's so toxic and it's so demeaning and it's so, it devours people. It does things to people. By you not wanting to do that, you are raising hell in their world, because they're not used to rejection. You realize people are not really used to rejection. They don't really like rejection. They automatically kind of assume that there's something wrong with them immediately, when rejection is God's protection. They are telling you something. If you get rejected something, even a position, even a job, it doesn't always have to be sexual. There is another job waiting for you. There's something else out there that you're not seeing, and it's rejecting you, so then you don't get put somewhere where you will live like hell on earth, where you will be somewhere that you hate. Okay, so like you do things in a different way, and like that pisses this person off. And that's too bad, because I just don't understand why they can't see that everybody is different and that people do it differently. Go, right? Like, I don't know why they can't. 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, it was 4, 5, 5, 6, but then 7 was there. So then it was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time is fucked, okay? So they were definitely like, there's the compass. Okay, so they got their ding, ding, ding to come to your house again, okay, and come and take something from you again, okay? And this time they were electrocuted. God wasn't fucking around this time. Okay, they were told that's maybe what it was. There could have been like a trap set or something. Like, my sister went out for a smoke at like 7:30 or something like that. There was a kid out there, and he's like, fucking power's out all the way down to blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no kidding. And he's like, I heard the transponder blow. What? You heard the transponder blow? Because, I mean, they're everywhere, right? They're all around. And like every now and then you get the privilege of being able to hear something explode. But luckily for us, it was our transponder and it cut our fucking power, right? But he heard it. So it's going to be like that. It's going to be like there was a trap. Okay, there was a trap and it was set, and they came to take something from you again, but the transponder blew. So then they couldn't get into your house. So then they couldn't, because the power, I guess that's what it is. I mean, if they attacked the main power source, right, which would remove your power, they got into the lines. They were trying to get to you in the lines. That's what it is. I was like, how can they do this? But they ride in the fucking lines. Okay, you kind of see like that on Ghostbusters. They kind of show a little bit of that in the Ghostbusters, okay? Which, I mean, I love. That's why I love cartoons sometimes, and like, anime and stuff, because it will kind of show you what is happening in real life. They just think people don't notice it, or like, oh yeah, like that never happens. Oh no, honey, that could never happen. There's no spirits here. And then the door slams in the kitchen and they're like, oh, it must be the wind. Yeah, it's the wind, Mom. No, it's Grandpa coming back for revenge. Okay, so they were gonna ride the lines, because that's the thing, is that there are so many innocent bystanders around you that get hit by people trying to hit you. Okay, but you'll get deflected because we got a team out here, and it's like, it's all team loser. Call you a loser all you want. It's the team losers win again, because we all fucking fight together, because we're all losers and nobody likes us. So then all the losers come together and go, hey, nobody likes you. Okay, well, I'll like you. Yes, okay, I'll be on your team. Fucking right. So then the losers all come together. So these motherfuckers, they all landed. They jumped in the power boxes, hoping to ride the lines right into your house, but all the transponders blew. It was too much energy. Okay, it was too much energy. They've come in and they've done this too many times. So it was almost like then Spirit says, okay, you want to do it? You want to go take their power again? Lines up a bunch of them all together to come attack the same power box to get to the houses all around you. Boom, they blow it. Right? They blow it themselves, because Spirit knows that it can't handle that much pressure. It's almost like that fucking that undersea ship, that blew up recently. It was like the Titanic thing or something like that. It blew up underwater. It's like, that's what it is. It was just too much pressure. Submarines, you know how they go under? It's like that. It was like they all the submarines came together, but they didn't realize that they hit a pressure way too quickly, and it would have just blown them all up. Okay, so it's like Spirit does protect you. And in order to protect you, then you have to take a power outage. Or you have to, take the heat away from you, or like the sometimes if you lose your cable for no reason, or your Wi-Fi. Holy shit, what comes through the Wi-Fi on my phone. I don't use Wi-Fi. I just use my own email or my own internet on my phone, because when I attach to the Wi-Fi, something happens. Something goes in my phone every fucking time. I have to clear everything, caches and all this shit. And then I found out, I was watching something that Eli put up the other day. And no, it wasn't Eli. It was some like, because Eli will put up this conspiracy shit a little bit too, if he's not a part of it. But they're no, it wasn't Eli. It was somebody else. It was a scientist. And one of the main reasons is how they're going to try to like, control us and like take over everything is aluminum. Okay, aluminum's in everything. And then Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is one of the biggest ones, because you realize everybody has it. Everybody. And it's like they did that for a reason. Wi-Fi is generated through the Navy. They used it in the water as sonar, right? They copied dolphins. So if they're using that to get in your house with Wi-Fi, what are they doing? Okay. But this is not a conspiracy, channel. So it's just like, just keep yourself protected and cleared, and, just do your precautions, because there really isn't a way out of it unless you're in the woods with no electricity, no Wi-Fi, no direct communication whatsoever. I mean, the electricity is the main part. You'd have to be in the bush 100% alone, without any electronics, like no radio, no cell phone, nothing. And everything would have to be made of wood, no metal, no aluminum, no plastic, and you might get out of it. Might. But then you got to get rid of all on your clothes. Can't have any plastic on your clothes then, no aluminum. You can't, to get out of it, that's why it's like, can't really worry about it too much, because to get out of it, you have to become a Yeti or like a tribesman person. Okay, that's how you get out of it. And so there's no fucking way. So don't even try to fully get yourself out of the matrix, because it won't happen. Okay, but you can do so many things to help you. Okay, look at this. Money. Why does it always have to do with money? Why, God, why? Does it always have to do with money? Oh, shit, now they're panicking. A twist of events. Oh, well, look at that. Narcissists. This is what happens to narcissists. Fucking idiots. That's why I say don't fuck around with people. Fuck around, get killed. Fuck around, find out. Okay, so fear. This person is going to start losing their money. Okay, it's going to become a twist of events. People think, people always think that the shoe can't fall on the other foot. And like, I had credit, I had money, I had a job, I had everything. I never thought I'd be where I am today. Bankrupt, okay, no car, fighting dragons in other dimensions, schizophrenic, okay, losing my power in the morning because I took the power away from my ex-boyfriend's brother. Okay, like, I don't, with my dad not speaking to me and my mother across the fucking world, maybe even dead, with a known pedophile in the family, like, you couldn't tell me 10 years ago. Well, no, that's kind of when it happened. No, yeah, 10 years ago. Okay, 10 years ago was basically the cusp. 10, 12 years ago was the cusp. That I would be where I am with none of that baggage, none of that credit, none of that shit. I'd laugh. Like, you fucking kidding me? I don't drink alcohol. I smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. Are you kidding me? I live in a small town. What are you talking about? I would never believe it. I don't still have a car. No, because like, we have to sacrifice things. We don't really know we have to sacrifice things, but when you get to a point where you can't live a lie anymore, so you literally have to lose everything in order to come out from around it. It's like, no, you wouldn't. I don't think I would want to have known that. Like, why would you want to know that, right? So the fact that this person, what they did to you to make your life just a little bit worse, okay, by now keeping this from you, they're going to lose things that, they never thought. I could never lose my house. I could never lose my wife. I could never lose my bank account, my credit card. My credit is everything. I can't lose it. Yeah, right. Says who? Like, okay, I remember my first beer and got drunk and retarded and then fell asleep. Okay, like idiot. But they just don't, you know, their fear is, you know, people's fears are different. All right, people's fears are different. They don't live the same life as you, they're not gonna have the same fucking fears as you. Okay. So the twist of this event, like my stepmother once told me that she didn't know what anxiety was while telling me in the same sentence that she had been on depression pills for 15 years because of what my sister did when she was 16 years old. Like I had to say it to my sister. And then she was like, she said, what? And I was like, she said she didn't know what anxiety was while taking anti-anxiety depression pills. That bitch has so much anxiety. She's a walking anxiety time bomb. But she told me she did not know what anxiety was. See what happens when you're vulnerable to people? It makes you like not want to say anything to people anymore because that's the reaction you get. I don't know what that's like, but I have been on depression pills for 20 years because of what your sister did to me. But you don't know, like you. I know now why I cannot speak to my stepmother or to my father. Because what comes out of their mouths is like, I don't know if I should make fun of them, if I should be like extremely embarrassed for them, if I should just walk away from them, or if I should try to correct them. Because it's so like how they speak, it's so juvenile, and then they try to use big words that don't make any sense. And I'm just like, wow, like, are you guys sitting like beside each other, like writing this email out to like try to get back at his daughter? I mean, like, instead of just saying, wow, we fucked up, we're sorry. Nope. They're gonna fucking turn you into the fucking Beauty and the Beast like that and fucking smack the shit out of you. So this person, you lost power because this person wants to continually steal from you. So, I mean, it makes sense. By blocking the power, they block the ability to steal from you. Wow. How long have we been going? 57, 53. Like, I mean, I really wonder. Let's see if we can get an idea of how long this has been going on for collective. Like, how many years? Okay, so we got 3 of Pentacles, so it could be going on for, I saw, 3 years or since you were 3. Okay? Want to give me any time there? Also, there's a 15 on there, so it could be 15 years. I mean, whatever resonates with you. Whenever the beginning of your demise was. Okay, there's 9. I just saw a time loop. So you might want to watch that live I did a couple days ago about the time loop, the time continuum ending. You might want to watch that because you could be a part of that that's ending for you. So again, 9 years or since the age of 9. Okay. And now with the 2 15s, because they're 15 cents, it says on the corner, it could be 30 years, okay? And now the Empress, I think that's 3. Is she not 3? Yeah, she's the card 3. So again, I'm getting 3 years old, okay? Or for 3 years. And then there's the Wheel of Fortune, and that's number 10. The wheel is number 10. So 10 years or 10 years old. So we got 10, 30, 3, 9, 15. We also got 25, 40, 33. High Priestess, 2. So since the age of 2 years or 20. All right. 5 of Cups. Oh, 4 of Cups. So since you were 4 years again, double 4, 44 years. You could be 44. We have 4 people right now and then 4 likes. So someone with 44 as well. Okay. If you are 44, it could have been your whole fucking life and they just finally stopped now. Okay. And then there's 18 on this card and 6. So 6 years old or 6 years. Son of a bitch, eh? Oh my God, there's more here. Now we have the moon. That number is 18. King of Pentacles. So the king would be 13, 12 or 13. And then another 3. So I don't know, man. Some's highlighted with the 3s for sure. So they done lost control. So if you lost power, there's the Fool. This is the beginning. You're stepping out free and clear from these people from now on with like your little dog right beside you. Okay. Spiritually, if you don't have one. Oh, I'm going to have to tell Renee to watch this. Okay. This makes sense. So many of my fucking viewers, like if you really get with this channel, then your energy will be in the collective reads all the time. Okay. Because you will start to experience what mass majority is going through. And mass majority is Wolf Collective that watches this channel. Right. So, I mean, it will begin to resonate, okay, if you're full of love and not hate. Boom! Cheers, motherfuckers! Woo! Yeah, I did, but all right, this is probably gonna be the last message because I have to go get my eat on. I'm freaking starving. I had to go eat at my sister's restaurant today because I had no power. I sat in the corner with my sunglasses on and she told me I looked like a celebrity because I was freezing and my eyes were too sensitive. I don't really go out in public very often. And when I do, apparently I wear my sunglasses inside. Okay. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Oh, this is why they wanted me to use this deck. Look at lightning crashes. Couldn't make this up if I tried. There's another 6. 6 of Cups. And then there's the moon. Number 18 in reverse. Okay, so these are our theme, the theme deck here, the theme cards. So we've got something, 6 of Pentacles, something growing. Okay. I mean, again, with this 6 of Cups, there's something growing from the past has to stop. That's why the lightning is here. And the moon in reverse because, again, I almost feel like if it's the moon in reverse, this person is learning that by stealing from you has been an illusion. They should have never stolen from you. But they figured out the illusion, whereas usually in the moon energy, you wouldn't realize it was an illusion because you're in the illusion. But in reverse, I feel like maybe the illusion is wrapped up in the past. And now that they're not, I mean, you can't stay a part of the past forever because you're living and growing every day, hence, moving into the future. If this person has, is growing something or is taking something from you, whatever the 6 of Pentacles is, whatever it is that you grow, they want a piece of it or they're growing your energy. Okay. It has to stop. I think that's why, obviously, the lightning comes between the 2 6s. So the lightning hits between the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, between what you're growing and the past, what's embedded in your roots. It's like a legacy or something, somebody's legacy. It could be like a family dynamic situation or something. You were supposed to take over the business a long time ago and like they kicked you out. You know, they were illusioned. They thought that you were going to do things and you were going to take the business down, but really they just wanted to be greedy. They just wanted to take it away from you. Like 66. Something to do with 66. And the 66 was finally interfered. Yeah. Queen of Swords. Here we go. King of Wands in limbo. 9 of Cups in reverse. 2 of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords. 3 of Wands. So that's what somebody was caught up in, giving themselves everything they wanted. Okay. And not maybe looking at the family, not looking at the ones around them. Because you know those sometimes those families are, it's like they have, you know, quite a bit of money, and then at the end they just start spending it all like an asshole, right? Because then there's like, well, it's my money and I can spend it however way I want, and if I'm not spending it, then that means they have to spend it, and I worked hard for it, and blah blah blah. When it's like, you know, usually back in the day, I mean, families passed their money down. They didn't, you know, on their last, you know, break a leg, right? Because people didn't retire back in the day and go and spend all their money on a retirement. They continued to work, right? They continued tending their farms and growing their own crops and doing everything because they are getting old and they can't make money, right? Like you would think about it back, you know, way back in the day where money wasn't really as easy to make like it is now, okay? And all of a sudden you couldn't work anymore, then wouldn't you keep your crops up then? Like, wouldn't you try everything you could so then that little bit of money that you had, you were able to keep? But now it's all about like how fast we can spend the money, how fast before you die, you know, oh, I've got this money, I want to travel the world. All of a sudden it's like, well, like, why didn't you want to spend it with your family? Like, why wouldn't you? I reported you on YouTube for fraud. For fraud. For fraud. I'm reporting you to YouTube for abuse. Misinformation. Okay, you've been reported back there. What is it? Patricia 115. You've been reported back there, my sweet darling, okay? Aw, report for fraud. What does that even mean? I'm talking about me. It's a general message. It's a collective read, but make sure that little Patricia here puts me down for fraud. Oh, for fraud. Wow. Fucking idiot. That was like the best thing that could have happened during this reading. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, literally, this is what I'm talking about. How like how dumb are like fraud? Do you know what fraud is? Do they know? Oh my God. Should we explain it to them? No, because we're in the middle of a message. Okay, this is what this person is. Actually, this is fraud. Really, this is what, thank you, Patricia, for your insight, okay? Because you know, channeled the message a little bit. This is fraud. What this person has done is fraud, okay? Moving the way that they do is fraud, okay? And then turning their back on the truth is fraud, okay? So now all of a sudden, this person has like almost like basically a face-to-face with themselves to remove the illusion of what they're doing. And once the power cut, okay, they obviously, honestly, like this could be now, if your power didn't get cut, their power could have got cut. Okay, so their power getting cut meant that they couldn't do the Skype conversation about removing you from the project, or they couldn't go and shit talk you with somebody because their phone was, not working because they didn't charge the battery. Okay, and they couldn't sell off a piece of you or come and rob you or do something because the power went out. Okay, or because somebody decided to call fraud on I don't know what. Okay, it's something like that. It's like, oh, you want to go and cry wolf about things. Like, honestly, I mean, I've watched even. Anyways, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm sure you've watched illegal activity go on multiple times, but you don't say anything because it's none of your fucking business and you don't own the world. Okay, and sometimes people, can do things that aren't hurting anybody else. Okay, but this, to come in between something divine, okay, and get all twisted, it's like now the universe has to come, take their energy away, take their power source away from them, okay, and remove the blockage. Like, this now was honestly probably for somebody that just is at this point in time maybe this close to hurting themselves because they're dangerous, they're delusional. Okay, they're continue to live in a fantasy where they can remove you from something when you're embedded in the roots. You can't be removed. Like, what I realized too from watching all the forensic files? We have mitochondria DNA with our entire family. That's why we have DNA. That's why we all have, individual, processes of data under our skin that match the ones around us that we have the same blood, not even the same blood type with, but we have the same blood group with, right? It's called mitochondria DNA, and it's with, your cousins and your uncles and your aunts and even your mothers and your fathers, depending on the DNA that they can get for you. Sometimes it's not, direct DNA. Okay. So they can find indirect DNA, which would be mitochondria DNA, right? You're looped in there no matter what. I mean, like, think of it like my father. My father always tries to erase me, acts like I'm not there, like he doesn't have 2 kids, blah, 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 blah. I have his DNA. I'm walking around in it. I have his blood. He can't lie about having kids when I have his blood, okay? And his name, which means I am his. Okay, we are branded in certain things, and sometimes the entitlement of, okay, I can just hit report, like little old Patricia, she's really bringing in a message here, because if she reports me too, somebody might watch my videos that actually needs to watch the videos. Okay, that's what these idiots don't realize. What they're doing is, by spreading your name and getting people to look at you, they're publicizing you. Okay, even if it's bad, they're showing you off. They're like, hey, look at this person, and they're trying to say it's hate, but it's not. It's obsession. They're giving you, right? They're opening you up to being exposed to more people. Okay, which is kind of the whole point. We need this exposed, right? We need it exposed. We need people talking about it. We need it so that it can come back around to you. Okay, maybe now YouTube will realize that, my numbers are getting cut and that they don't show me how many people on the live. Maybe by addressing YouTube, okay, 11310, maybe by addressing YouTube to say I'm a fraud, YouTube realizes that there's been a couple things actually wrong with my account, and, could maybe PR call me because I need to talk to somebody, right? But like Patricia thinks she's doing the universe a favor, which I don't like. I mean, in my eyes, fraud would be using somebody's credit card. Fraud would be saying that you're somebody that you're not. Like, oh, is that maybe what she's saying? Maybe that's what she's saying. She's saying I'm not. Well, what am I saying I am? What am I saying I am, Patricia? I don't even know what that means. Because it's a general read. I mean, take what resonates, take what doesn't. If absolutely nothing resonates, then fucking turn the television off. Turn it off, right? How is that a fraud? A fraud would be, you have to pay $10 to watch this live feed right now because I'm going to tell you all about your future. Did I say that? No. Okay, so it's like whatever this is, their technicality, like Patricia, use Patricia as your like we're advertising Patricia right now for being such an idiot, right? We're like, use her as, calling out something, maybe like do your information before you think you can get somebody in trouble. Somebody, that could be it too. Somebody might call the police on you saying that you're doing something illegal and you're not. And like the hottest cop comes to your house and you're like, I had that happen. Stupid bitch. And he was like, hi, this is a complaint. And I'm like, is it though? And he's like, I just have to be here and say it. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I had this other hottest cop show up when my ex-boyfriend wanted to kill me. And the hottest cop showed up and I was like, hi, how are you, Mr. Officer? And he gave me his number and everything. He's like, you can call me whenever you want. And I'm like, yeah, I bet you I could. Right? Like, I mean, let them be dumb, let them, look at how I fixed my sign by accidentally hitting it, like let them be the Patricia and act like the Karen, let them do it. And then they're calling out what they're doing to you, really. Right? Because this person has frauded you, technically. They've divided you away from something that was inherited. You're a part of it. They can't take you off. It's like working on a movie. You did a role. You're there in the movie. They can't act like you're not there, right? It's like that. They can't, just because they think they can report you or call the cops or do something, they feel like, oh my God, I'm Sherlock Holmes. I have figured it out. This person is a fraud and I know it. Go to their house. And the cop's like, no. Like, what are they going to do? Call Crime Stoppers next? Call Crime Stoppers. Report me on Crime Stoppers, Patricia. Maybe they will help you more. This person's a fraud. She's just reading cards on the internet. Can you believe it? Crime Stoppers, arrest her immediately. Call 911. We have somebody who reads cards on the internet and tells you not to take it personally. OMG, what are we going to do with her? Oh, we're going to arrest her, clearly, for giving free information on the internet that anybody can just listen to as advice. Wow, like everybody else does? Yeah, but we think we can do it because we're superior to everybody because mommy and daddy let us suckle them a little too long and gave us the rights of everything when they shouldn't have. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that, Patricia. That was you and somebody else. Moron. Oh my God, I'm going to report you. What does that even mean? Oh my God, this one channel got reported for a year. Okay, for a year for actually putting up somebody else's content and they never got shut down. YouTube never figured it out. Like, I don't even think when you report, it even does anything. Really? Because how can you report a channel every single day for him? Like, she was actually stealing Chiron's work. Reported it every day to YouTube. And YouTube did nothing. Like, honestly, I mean, I don't know what people think YouTube is, or like they're going to come and shut everybody down because Patricia says so. Like, they don't give a fuck. They're getting paid minimum wage to do jack shit. Make sure fucking no one's putting up rape scenes from the fucking dark web. Like, okay, that's what they're looking for, Patricia. Okay, you just mosey on down to your little barn gang tonight and go fuck a sheep, all right? I feel like maybe that's what you want to do, but I'm just guessing it's all active, open information for the collective. You take it if it resonates or don't. Misinformation, you're a fraud. Oh, good God. I mean, what perfect timing. I mean, Patricia couldn't have nailed it even more for the timing. Like, fraud, really? A fraud, really? Like, I don't even know what that means. And this doesn't mean anything. Like, these people frauded you. It was perfect. It was genius for Patricia to act like Karen in the middle of a conversation where nobody cares what she's saying. Really, it's kind of funny how Spirit will do that. They will just slaughter somebody like that in the chat to make them look like an idiot for how inappropriate they are when they're not even fucking listening. I can report anybody too. Do you think it matters? This isn't fucking high school. This isn't like there's no cops around here. What do you think is going to happen? Like, that's my stepmother. I'm going to call 911. I'm going to call 911. They're harassing me. They're telling me the truth. Like, that's what she actually did to me and my sister. My father said he was going to call the police for harassment, for me telling him what his wife did to me as a child. No police car, nobody called me, and so far I haven't been to court yet, so I guess they didn't make it very far, because it's freedom of speech there, Patricia. Again, use Patricia as, like what not to do. Like, you know, out of a million things to say, don't do what Patricia did. Just move on with your life and do something else, you know. Don't try to act like you know what you're talking about when really you don't, just to make yourself look like an idiot in front of a bunch of people. Oh, I love when the Patricias come in. Oh, I love a good idiot in the live. I really do. Makes me happy that I'm like, I'm glad I'm not that person. I'm not an idiot. So, and I like Dwight Schrute on that. When Dwight goes, I ask myself, would an idiot do that? And if he would, I would not do that. And I often say that. Would an idiot do that? I'm not going to do it. Fraud. That's fraud. Oh my God, fraud. You call people an idiot, even though you said it was a general reading and take what resonates. Fraud. I'm really glad my tuna casserole is done because I might take Patricia all the way to the end, but luckily it's the end. 120.33, 123. Boom! We beat the power outage and they are not coming back to do anything to you. All right? Well, I mean, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because it's not for everybody. But I mean, and I mean, the storm is not over. The storm is not over. And this is just like, this is timeless. Now I'm hearing, because people lose power all the time. So this could be coming through at any point in time. Like, I mean, really, I mean, it's just coming through because it's happening here right now. But as we know, time is a bitch, and it could have happened. I mean, because we had a huge power outage like multiple times. So, I mean, who fucking knows, right? It's just like, if it seems to add up with what you're going through, it might be the truth in your life. I don't know, because it's not a personal reading. So that's why if you want to book a personal reading, WhitneyMoonShine@gmail.com. Hit that like button and subscribe. You'll always see a Patricia in the live, all right? Some idiot, all right? So it's pretty entertaining. And yeah, you know, get your personal readings booked because soon the price is going to change. It probably will double. And that's just what happens because the insanity of the amounts of personal readings get out of control. So, you know, you have to do something with it. So, you know, get them now while you can. And peace out, everybody. I just got that song by Usher and Ludacris. You know that song? Yeah. I just got that song in my head. You know why? Because I'm going to eat tuna casserole. That's why. I'm so fucking hungry. So peace out. Okay. Take care. Have a good one. And I will most likely all see you on the flip side, aka tomorrow. All right. Word to your mothers. The good ones anyways. Okay. Ha!